All right, today we're jumping into something really different. It's a unique interactive documentary that literally puts you in the driver's seat for what could be humanity's next giant leap. We're talking a deep dive into the economics, the ethics, and the absolutely mind-blowing future of space mining. And this is the line that kicks the whole thing off. It perfectly frames the sheer scale of what we're talking about. I mean, forget the gold rushes of the past. This is a potential trillion-dollar frontier just waiting for us, right above our heads. To really get the scale of this, you gotta look back. Humanity has always been defined by the resources we could get our hands on, from the Stone Age to the Bronze Age, all the way to the fossil fuels that, built the modern world. This experience frames asteroid mining not as some crazy sci-fi dream, but as the next logical and maybe even necessary step in our story. So, how do you make a topic this huge, this cosmic, feel personal? Well, this is where the interactive format is so clever. This isn't something you just sit back and watch. It's an adventure where you are the main character.
That's right, you're not just a passive viewer, you're an active participant. The whole experience is built around the choices you make. You get to wear the hat of a mission controller, a research scientist, and a high-stakes investor, all at the same time. It's really designed to make you feel the weight of these decisions.
Okay, so let's get into how this thing actually plays out. Right from the get-go, you're faced with this monumental choice that basically sets the stage for your entire mission. The simulation puts the pressure on you immediately, and trust me, there are no easy answers here. And this is the very first question it asks you. It seems simple, right? But oh man, the implications are enormous. Where do you even begin humanity's first off-world industrial revolution? So here's how your first big strategic choice breaks down. Do you play it kind of safe and go for the moon? It's close. It's a known quantity and it has valuable helium-3 for fusion energy. Or do you go for the high-risk, high-reward near-Earth asteroids, which are just packed with precious metals? And then, of course, there's Mars, the ultimate long shot, with massive potential but equally massive challenges. All right, so let's say you've picked your target. Think you're done? Not even close. Now you have to figure out the nuts and bolts of your mission. Are you going to send fully autonomous robotic miners? They're safer and cheaper. Or do you send a crewed mission? It's way more adaptable, but it's also incredibly expensive and dangerous. Or maybe some kind of hybrid. And on top of all that, you have to manage your budget. Do you pour cash into R&D for a more reliable long-term payoff? Or do you cut corners for a fast but much, much riskier shot at glory? And this is where it's really fascinating, because succeeding in your mission isn't the end of the story. It's just the beginning of a whole new set of problems. Suddenly, you're wielding celestial power, and the choices you make start to have massive consequences back here on Earth. So congratulations, you did it. Your mission was a success, and you've brought back tons of platinum, a metal rarer than gold. Now comes the hard part. What do you do with it all? Do you flood the market, making it cheap for everyone but crashing its value? Or do you create a cartel to control the supply and keep prices sky high? I mean, look at this. The potential impact is just staggering. As this chart shows, one successful mission could bring back enough platinum to completely destabilize the global market, like overnight. With a single decision, you literally have the power to create unbelievable wealth or total economic chaos. And believe me, your new influence goes way beyond just the markets. As the first successful space miner, you get a seat at a virtual UN summit. You're not just a CEO anymore. You are actively helping to write the legal and political future for all of humanity in space. No pressure, right? Your vote at this summit can lead to some wildly different futures. Do you push for a cooperative system where these resources are treated as the common heritage of all humankind? Or does your choice create a powerful space OPEC that controls all celestial wealth? Or maybe it just descends into a lawless, corporate-run free-for-all. The future is literally shaped by your vote. But it's not all about profit and power, right? The experience pushes you to face the really big questions, the deep ethical dilemmas at the very heart of this new frontier, the kind of stuff that will define humanity's future in space. And this is the big one, isn't it? The fundamental question. Is space mining our big chance to finally move heavy industry off-world, giving Earth's ecosystems a chance to heal? Or are we just going to export our worst habits, our long history of exploitation and environmental damage, to a whole new frontier? So to make these huge ideas feel a bit more manageable,
The documentary breaks them down into what it calls gamified challenges. Just think of them as these fun, interactive mini games that are designed to teach really complex topics in a hands-on way.
So for example, you might actually get to pilot a probe and practice docking with an asteroid, learning about orbital mechanics while you play. Or you'll play a game where you have to guess the mineral value of different asteroids, and you will be shocked when you find out that some of these are estimated to be worth over $1 trillion. It's a really brilliant way to make the abstract feel real.
And so, here we are. The end game. After all your decisions, your target, your tech, your economic policies, your votes at the UN, the simulation shows you one of two possible futures that you personally helped create.
One pass, it leads to this, a future of what they call post-scarcity, a world where resources are abundant, where technology and green energy are cheap for everyone, and where humanity has finally learned to cooperate on a global scale. It's the utopian vision.
But make a different set of choices, and you end up here. A future where the gap between the rich and poor becomes a chasm, where all that celestial wealth is controlled by just a handful of billionaires, sparking new conflicts on Earth, while the environment, both here and out there, is completely forgotten.
And that really is the final powerful takeaway. Look, the technology for space mining is coming. That capability is going to be there. So the real question isn't about what we can do, but what we as a species choose to do. And that choice won't just define our future among the stars. It's going to define who we are right here at home.